All right, perfect. We're recording. Good morning, everyone. So on that playlist, click on the first song, please, and we'll click play on 3, on 2, on 1, click play. Again, music is totally optional, but if you'd like to play with music, I'd recommend starting it now. We will meet on our backs in a relaxed bridge pose, also known as a broken bridge or a collapsed bridge. I'll demo it up here. Oh, I didn't take off my fuzzy socks before class. It's cold over here. Lie all the way down, separate your feet about hips width distance so that you can hover your heels with your fingertips. Relax your entire back onto the mat. Now knock your knees into touch. So knees are touching, heels kind of come out wide. Now option to take one hand to your belly, one hand into your heart. Always an option to, take up more space if you're craving a child's pose, if you're craving, a butterfly pose, if you'd like more hip opening, you can always take that. Whatever position you chose to start your class with, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Option to take these open mouth exhales, letting a little bit of heat release. Or option to seal your lips, seal your throat, take an Ujjayi pranayama. So as most of you saw, I picked this intention with a poem in mind. And I typically don't do that because I feel like poems can be a little bit cheesy sometimes, but I really liked the visualization in this one and the imagery. With that said, I wanted to read it out to you. It's called I Choose to Shine. What is within us appears before us. When I think like a cactus too long, I am all of a sudden a cactus. I am in the desert. I am without water, and not even the one I love can touch me. So I think like the sun instead, and nourish the growth of all with my light and my warmth. I'm a strong believer that although we cannot control the circumstances that we're in, we can't control what happens around us, we have the power to control what happens within us. And it's much easier said than done. That doesn't mean that you have to be yoga zen about every single thing that happens. It just means that we have this opportunity to develop our mindset in a way that prepares us for when things don't go our way. Rather than emotionally reacting for way too long, we can take a step back and say, hey, this is what's on my mind. This is the thought, the emotion, the label. I'm going to go ahead and just label it, set it aside, let it float away, and not let that take up too much of my intention. Rather than being like that cactus, you can be like the sun, you can be like whatever else you want to be. Begin to separate your feet out, hips width distance. We'll take a little bit of a hamstring stretch. You can keep your left leg bent. Elevate your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your toes to your face. Looks like this. And interlace your fingers around whatever part of your leg feels good and feels comfortable and is within reach for you. Flex your right toes up to the ceiling. And if you're looking for a deeper stretch, you can continue to elevate your leg up and maybe even extend your left leg long. Continue to flex your toes to your face. Now, my right leg is not completely straight at all. There is a good bend in that. We're still getting started in class. So there is no need, to get super straight and super long in your legs. Let's switch that out. Lower your right leg down. Elevate your left leg high. Send your exhales to your hamstrings as they begin to turn on just a little bit throughout class. Send both legs down. If they're nice and straight, just send them in towards your chest. Roll onto one side, press your way up all the way to your seat. Cross your legs at the top. Send your right leg in front of the left. Send your right arm behind your right side of your body. Send your left elbow to your right knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, spinal twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Come back to center. Let's switch that up. Left leg comes on top. Right elbow comes across your body. Deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, twist it back. Ooh, lots of cracks this morning. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Unravel your legs. Plant your palms out in front of you. Now take a few hip rotations to the right and to the left. Just send your hips forward and back. Switch over to the left side. Now send your palms back to face your knees. So fingertips point back into a couple more rolls like that. And just massaging into the wrists. Take the opposite direction. Now come back to center, take some cat cows. Send your chest up, expand through your chest and your shoulders, deep breath in. Exhale, tuck it in. Send your chin in towards your chest, knees between your thighs. Inhale, expand forward. Exhale, round it up and back. Take a couple more here at your own breath, at your own pace. You can even twist your hips to the side again if that felt good. That means hold it out. Take one more full deep breath wherever you're at. And get ready to thread the needle. Send your left palm down. Inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. Roll out your wrist at the top. Exhale, thread your right arm down. Send your right ear down. I'm going to demo it one more time for those of you who are joining for the first time. So left arm is down, right arm comes up. I'll show you a side angle also. Now from here, right arm sweeps all the way through this left arm and right ear comes down. You can feel a little bit funky, that's okay. Option to find a little bit of a bind, you can wrap your top arm around your back. Slowly come back up, roll out your wrist. Let's switch out your other side. Right palm comes down, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, send it down. Same option for that half bind. And today throughout class, we can choose to shine. We can make that a choice in our lives. Whatever crazy things I throw at you throughout class, for my regulars, you know what I'm talking about. We can choose to shine through it. I wouldn't throw anything at you if I didn't think that you were capable and strong and powerful. And yoga has so many different layers that we can take, so we can go ahead and modify accordingly so that we can continue to be our best selves. Inhale your arm high, please. Exhale back down to a tabletop position and shift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. I'll join you there. I think it's time for the fuzzy socks and the sweater to come up. Your tailbone should be the highest point in your downward facing dog. Inhale high onto your heels. Exhale, send them back down. Inhale high onto your heels one more time. Exhale, send them back down. Rotate the eyes of your elbows in towards your face. Soft bend in towards your arms. Your gaze is between your legs. And you're working your heels as far down to the mat as you can, but they don't need to touch. Inhale high onto your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands, ragdoll pose. Hang your torso heavy over your thighs. Grab your opposite elbow, shift your weight from side to side. Release your fingertips down. Begin to straighten your back all the way up to standing. Take your time to get there. Have a neck come up flat. Shrug your shoulders together and down at the top. Flutter your eyes closed, draw your palms to heart center, sound the feet to feet. Today we choose to shine. We choose to embrace whatever circumstances we're in. We choose to respond to them, to reclaim our peace while we're at it, and give ourselves a little bit of kindness and compassion along the way. Deep breath in, seal that in. Exhale, release it out. Have a beautiful practice. Drop your palms down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Rise up overhead. Just transition. Exhale, side body twist to the right. Capture your left wrist, come up and over. Send your hips over to the left. As you bend your spine over to the right. You can draw your gaze up towards your left arm or towards the left side of the space. Inhale back to center, mountain pose. Exhale, side body twist over to the left side of the room. You can continue to be hips width distance or your big toes can touch. If you have any low back pain, I would recommend hips width, but whatever feels comfortable. I just ended up here and I'm going to take it for this round. Inhale to center, find a small back bend, capture your palms together, reach up and back. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, slide your palms up to your shins, gaze forward, fold and breathe. Keep a nice flat back here, rotate your shoulders up and back along your spine. Now shift your weight forward so that your heels can kind of touch. You'll begin to feel that in your hamstrings and your calves right away. So you're really balancing on your toes and you're engaging your core to keep you balanced here. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, step it back. Tuck your shoulders over your wrists, come high onto your toes, gaze out in front of you so that your neck is nice and long. Press into your thumb and your index finger. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down, set up for a Cobra Pose. Send your palms underneath your shoulder blades, untuck your back toes. Inhale, Cobra. Peel your chest away from the mat, hold and breathe. Little to no weight in your hands here. You can even send them up off the mat. Your legs can be pressed together or they can be hips width. Mine are hips width, but that's more comfortable in my body. But whatever works best for you is the right answer. Send your chest up just a little bit higher. Deep breath in. Exhale, send your forehead down to your mat. Tuck your back toes, make your way up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold to Tadasana. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body twist to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, mountain back bend. Exhale, forward fold, option to separate your arms out to the side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to mid plank, chaturanga dandasana. Shift your weight forward, bend your arms to a 90-degree angle, hug your elbows in towards your side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog, untuck your back toes. Expand through your chest, gaze up just a little bit. Exhale, downward facing dog. As always, this last round is for you to take by yourself. So I won't be cueing you through it. It's so that you can add on, take out, move with your breath. I'll get you there though. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands. You're on your own. You could take the same thing we did. You could take something else. If you're new to yoga, there are no wrong answers here. Whatever feels good in your body is what you do. Hi, Trey. Hi, Cher. Good to see y'all. Love all the cameras, love all the movement. Meet back in a downward facing dog. Take your time. Down dog is where we meet. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Right knee stacks over the right ankle at the top of your space. Come onto your fingertips. Now from here, we're slowly going to move up into a one-legged Tadasana. And we'll take a full round of breath together. Inhale, pop your left leg up off the mat. Press your knees to touch. Exhale, draw your palms to heart center. Slowly begin to work your spine straight. Inhale, send your left leg up, flex your toes to your knees. Beautiful. Relax your shoulders at the top. Hold and breathe for a second. Square your hips forward. I'm going to show you the toes straight as well. And left toes are flexed. Deep breath in. Exhale, figure four. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Draw your palms to heart center. Shift back as if you're in a chair pose. Now from here, shrug your shoulders up and down your spine. Allow that to create more openness in your chest. Flex your left toes to your left knee. Now shift your weight back into your right heel. Hold and breathe. If you're feeling it in your hips, that's exactly where I'm feeling it too. It's a lot of opening there. Engage through your core. Tuck your tailbone down just a little bit. Beautiful balance. Inhale your left leg high, come back to that one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane pose. Extend your left leg behind you as you hinge your body forward. Take your time, there's no rush to get there. Hold and breathe. And if you're struggling with some balance this morning, that's okay. We're starting with a lot of balance. Just allow your gaze to rest on one still, unmoving point. So for me, I'm facing about a couple feet in front of me, just off the floor, just at one little tile on the floor. Say good morning to that right hamstring. You can start to feel it in my body. And slowly begin to land it back behind you. Crescent lunge with the back hand. So palms touch and come back over, kind of like in that mountain pose that we did at the beginning of class. Engage through your core. Send your tailbone down. Squeeze your thighs in towards one another for balance. Allow your gaze to come up. Bring your ears and your biceps together. Now, if you feel any strain in your low back, if there's pain, come out of it a little bit. Take this modification instead, just stay upright, or take a very, very small back bend. Now, so begin to seal your back foot down so that it's completely flat. Send your right palm forward, straighten your right leg. Left palm comes to your sacrum. We're in a triangle pose. So the left palm to the sacrum is so that we get a little bit more openness and twist. So really use it to root down, and your sacrum is your low back. Continue to open up towards the ceiling. Keep a soft bend in that front straight leg. In your right hand, which is the bottom one, can follow as far down as you want to go. Pivot your right toes forward so they're parallel with the left. Send your right palm down to the floor. Elevate your left arm up, the one that was at your sacrum, press the Vita twist. Now continue that twist as you're down onto your space. Maybe roll out your wrist at the top. Allow your gaze to flow up as well. Deep breath in. Exhale, full forward fold. Send your left palm down as well. And just hinge down towards yourself. Work the crown of your head down towards your space. And just take a couple rounds of breath. Walk your hands out in front of you, come onto your fingertips, and inhale halfway lift your spine. Nice strong spine. Exhale, low lunge to the front of the room, right leg is bent. Inhale, high plank, or elevate your right leg out, one-legged plank. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, hold here, and then mid plank. Inhale, up dog, come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you'll see me switching sides throughout class. You can see exactly where you're at. It's just so that I can give you better angles and views. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, send your right knee to your left. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slowly begin to elevate yourself up to standing. At the top, inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Send your right leg out, flex your toes towards your knees. Beautiful. Once again, send your hips forward. Arms are up like a strong mountain pose. Hold and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale, figure four. Send your right leg over your left thigh. Hands to heart center for balance, and just begin to shift your weight back. Once again, flex those right toes towards your knees. And I like to do it very dramatic again, just like up and back with my shoulders. It really opens up through my chest and my collarbone. Allow your gaze to go down in front of your mat. And make sure your left knee is still over your left ankle. Our tendency is to shift your weight forward. See if you can shift it back just a little bit. Engage through your core to keep that balance and stability. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, come all the way up. Beautiful transitions. Exhale, airplane pose. Send your right leg back. Send your arms back as well. Shift your right hip crease down just a little bit. Our tendency is to move it up. See if you can just level your hips. Now your arms are still working here. It's kind of like that halfway lift where we slid our shoulders up and down. We're doing a lot of that today throughout class. So your triceps are still working, your arms are active. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, crescent with the back bend. Right leg comes back, go up and back. So right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Your left knee is over your left ankle. And even here, as we work into the back bends, as we work into the twists, as we play around with our footing, with our balance, how can you show up for yourself? How can you choose to shine? How can you choose to be whatever it is that you can to be? Parallel your right foot down, straighten your left leg. Send your right hand to your sacrum. Shift your hips forward, or shift your hips back and your body forward. Left arm comes down. As you begin to twist your chest open. On every inhale, find a little bit of length through your side bodies. On every exhale, use that connection to your sacrum to open up your right shoulder blade. Pivot your left toes forward. Left arm comes down, right arm comes up, and to twist. Now press out of your left hand to find a little bit more lift up towards the ceiling. Press through your thumb and your index finger. Deep breath in. Exhale, send your right hand down, find a nice fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine, straighten it out. Exhale, low lunge over your left leg. Inhale, one-legged plank, just try it out. Hover your left leg up off the mat. Inhale, shift forward with that lift. Exhale, bend your arms to 90. Inhale, upward facing dog, send it down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, fill it out. One more like that, deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, release. We flow that twice, breath to movement. When we move into that first one-legged Tadasana, I'm just going to say inhale so that you can do the full inhale, exhale in your own sort of rhythm. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, right foot steps forward. If that doesn't make sense, inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Just take your time to get there. Take a full rounded breath and inhale at the top. Exhale, figure four. Press your left leg over, sink back. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, crescent lunge, back bend. Exhale, triangle pose. Right arm down, left arm to sacrum. Inhale, prosthetic twist. Right arm down to the mat. Exhale, full prosthetic hold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga Tadasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana into the 4 rounds of breath together. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, crescent arms back bend. Inhale, triangle pose, left leg straight. Inhale, prosthetic twist, left arm comes down. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge over your left foot. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, chaturanga Tadasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, full airplane. Inhale, crescent arms back bend. Exhale, triangle pose over your right leg. Inhale, prosthetic twist. Right arm down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, low lunge over your right leg. Inhale, high plank or one-legged plank. Honor your body. Exhale, chaturanga Tadasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, full airplane pose. Inhale, crescent arms back bend. Exhale, triangle pose, left leg is straight. Inhale, twist down, left arm down. Exhale, Prasarita, full hold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your left leg. Inhale, high plank or one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop down to your knees, send your hips onto one side. Go all the way down onto your back. Send your right leg down, press your left leg on top, find a figure four, except we're supine here. Send your left arm out to your side. Send your right fingertips behind your neck. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch to the right. Oh, wait, to the left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch to your knee. Inhale, hover your chest up, your head up. Exhale, crunch. Continue here at your own breath. Now, option here to elevate your leg up. So elevate both of your feet and continue to crunch here. We'll begin to work a little bit more into your obliques. Continue to breathe, take it at your own pace. Engage through your core. Send your feet down if you lifted them up. Interlace both of your fingertips behind your neck. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, crunch it up. We just do basic crunches here at center. Exhale, out your teeth. Now, once again, this is a good spot to see how you're showing up for yourself. What kind of thoughts are you feeding yourself? Make your dialogue a little bit more positive. You are strong, you are powerful. Continue here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We take a figure 4 crunch on the other side. Send your right foot on top of your left. Interlace your left fingertips behind your head. Send your right arm out long to the side. Inhale, lift your head off of the mat. Exhale, crunch over to the right side. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, crunch it up. Once again, option to elevate both of your feet up. Add on a little bit more challenge. Take whatever layer works best for you today. Continue to breathe out through your teeth or out through your mouth. Make sure that your sacrum is rooted down the entire time. If it's starting to pop up, don't crunch up as high. Just make sure that your low back is rooted down and adjust the length that you're crunching accordingly. Here for 4, just 3, give me 2, 1, hug your knees in towards your chest. Now let's find a full figure 4 stretch. Send your right leg down, cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, and just hang out here. If you want a little bit more stretching for your hips, go ahead and look up here. You can press your left arm in towards your left knee, or in towards your left thigh, actually. Just continue to open up for your hip. Or I like to interlace my fingers underneath my right thigh, so around my right hamstring. And I like to just pull my right knee in towards my chest and use my left elbow to open up my left leg a little bit more. Wherever you're at, continue to flex your feet towards your knees. Relax down through your back and through your neck. Let's switch that out. Send your right leg back down if you lifted it. Left foot down next to it. Now cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Option to stay here. Continue to manually open up your hip by sending your right hand to your right thigh. Or interlace your fingers around the back side of your left leg. Hug your knee in towards your chest. And open up your right hip with your right elbow. Send your legs back down, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock over to one side, press your way up to a seat. Option 2, grab some water really quick, and then we'll keep going. Beautiful work. How was that? Lots of nice, gentle twists, yeah? Nothing too crazy today? Cool. I did a little poll and I was like, anyone want arm balances or Shavasana? And Shavasana was a big winner. So I'm still gonna demo an arm balance, but lots of nice stretching and twisting and everything too. All right, down dog is where we meet. And this is a good time to take out that block if you're using it for class. Just set it towards the side of your mat or towards the top of your mat. All right, downward facing dog is where we're at. All right, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Now take your block, set it to the inside of your right foot. This is my right foot. The inside is the side where your big toe is. Now from here, I like to put it on the highest setting or the middle setting, whichever one works best for you. Now from here, send your left palm down towards your block. Open up through your right arm up to the ceiling. I'm going to show you on the other side as well. So your block comes to the inside of your right knee. Your left arm comes down and you rotate your right arm up. Now from here, my back foot is lifted. This is a good layer, and if this is enough, go ahead and stay there. If you're looking for a little bit more, send your back foot into a 45-degree angle. You'll begin to activate a little bit more through your hamstrings. Now from here, set that block out to the side and just begin to fold over your front knee. Bend into your front knee, elevate your left leg up. Draw your big toes to touch forward, fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, low lunge, your left foot is forward, right leg is back. Now right away, if you want to work into that deeper layer, you can straighten your right leg, come to a 45-degree angle, send the block to the inside of your foot, send your right palm down, left arm comes up. I'll show you on the other side as well. So it looks like this, and if this is too much twisting, you could go ahead and send your hand to your sacrum. And the full pose is to straighten that front leg as well. So that is the full sort of revolved triangle if you'd like to meet there. Take that in. Exhale, fold over your front foot, some block to the side. Bend into your front leg, elevate back leg up, bring your toes to touch and forward fold. Now slowly begin to make your way all the way up to standing. Okay, hang out here for a second. Actually, go back to a child's pose. I'm going to meet you there. My laptop is being really, really weird this morning. It was fully charged and now it's at 6%. So for full transparency, I'm going to run up and get a charger really quickly. Hang out in child's pose and we'll continue in just a second. Take some deep rounds of breath. right, we got this nice and charging. Continue to hang out in your child's pose. I'm just gonna pop up my laptop for a second. Sorry about that. We don't like technology issues here. All righty. Okay, perfect. Come out of your child's pose. Thank you for that. Make your way back to the down dog. Bend your gaze forward, your feet forward, and begin to make your way all the way up to the standing position. So from here in class, we've been going into a lot of figure four stretching. If you've noticed that, a lot of hip opening, and it's for where we're about to go next. I'm just going to map back so you can see this. So we'll start from a figure four, and you have an option to begin to twist towards your foot or to go all the way into something called grasshopper. So bend through your right leg, shift your left foot on top of right thigh, draw your palms to center, shift your weight back. So option to hang out right here. I'm going to move to the side a little bit just where we're going. Or option to begin to twist your body towards your leg. So left elbow towards your right heel. Now from here, begin to hook your foot onto the tricep. And if you'd like to move into a full grasshopper, if this feels good for you, watch up here for a second. So begin to send your fingertips down onto your space in front of you. Bend your arms to a 90-degree angle. Shift forward, look forward. Extend your right leg long. Okay, so it's kind of like a funky side curl. So my left foot is still on my right tricep. My right leg is straight, right toes are flexed, arms are bent to 90 degrees. So we come back. Cool. Just an option. Wherever you're at, if you're in that twist, just begin to work back out of it. Straighten your legs, just wiggle it out. And we'll try that on the other side. No judgment for wherever you're at as always. Left leg is straight. Right foot bends on top. So begin to shift your weight back. Option to hang out here. Option to twist down towards your foot. So right elbow can come onto your foot. Now from here, begin to work your tricep onto your foot just a little bit. Does anyone want to see a full grasshopper again? Here. Well, I'm going to demo it. Continue to twist towards yourself. And if you're working on the twist, just hang out there. Or begin to walk your hands down in front of you onto your face. Now from here, shift your elbows to a 90-degree angle. So I'm really connected through my hip and my elbow crease. Now from here, extend left leg forward, gaze out in front of you. So if you can see, my hips are totally up off the mat, balancing on my triceps, and engaging through my core to keep me steady. Continue to twist out of it. Straighten out through your legs. Walk over to the chat, tell me how you're feeling, and then we'll meet on this seat. Such great variations. Again, yoga is not about the final posture. It's just about how we breathe, how we choose to shine as we get there. Ooh, glad you're nice and stretched out. Continue to try to move into that if you want. You have a couple minutes to do that. Or we'll meet on a seat and we'll take a spinal twist to the right and to the left. Mind boggled. Love you, Blake. You guys are so funny. All right, onto a seat. Wherever you landed today is exactly where you need to be. I'll tell you a little bit more about those and stretch it out. So right leg in front, right arm behind, deep breath in, exhale, twist it open. So that's a pose that I'm pretty sure I've done like years ago in a class, was never able to do it. Looked at the instructor like they were absolutely crazy. And I was like, yeah, like there's no way I'm getting into that. And then I was doing someone's class last week and that was their little pose of class. Let's switch it out. Bend left leg in front. And I was kind of like, might as well try it. And I ended up getting into it, and I definitely fell on my face like at least 3 or 4 times. And I feel like that's just part of the practice. And that's just what yoga is. It's really falling on your face, but then choosing to shine. It's choosing to show up for yourself. It's choosing to try again, even when it looks crazy, because I feel like when we least expect it and when we're breathing and we're relaxed through it, we finally get into that phase. It's more about the journey there that comes. Slowly come back, make your way into a tabletop and then back into a downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, but don't fall down yet. So your right knee bends in front of you, left leg straightens behind you. Look back, make sure that your left knee is nice and straight. Pop up onto your body. So for here, we're going to try a little bit of a different variation. We're going to move into a quad stretch. So send your left leg behind you. Option to hang out here, option to capture. I am going to face the other way so that you can see a little bit more where we're going. All right, so we're nice and straight. Left leg can hang up here. You can send your left quad even further and depending on the flexibility of your quads, you can send your toes into your elbow. You can reach behind you, capture fingertips and gaze forward. Totally an option. I'm not a bendy person, I swear to God, but my quads have always been very bendy, so I'm able to do this. But I feel like a lot of yoga is just what we did growing up. And maybe I just happened to stretch out my quads. So honor exactly where you're at. So we'll begin to reset down. Send your fingertips to your sides, deep breath in. Exhale, pigeon pose, hold all the way to the slowly make your way back up to downward facing dog. Tuck your back toes. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring that here. Flex toes to your face. Now option for that quad stretch. Send your leg up. You can hang out here, just pull it, whatever feels good. You can send it further in until your elbow is around your quad. Or you can reach around, grab for it, just to continue to pull your quad in. Rotate your chest forward. Slowly release that down. Inhale, extend through your chest. Exhale, fold over your leg. Slowly begin to walk your way back up. Tuck back toes, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees, shift your weight onto one side and just come down onto your back. We'll be in a happy baby once you touch down. Send your knees in towards your chest, grab for whatever part of your leg is comfy for you, and just send your feet up towards the ceiling. Now, once again, tuck your tailbone like we did earlier. Make sure that your sacrum is fully connected. And if your low back is glued onto the mat, then you can begin to twist from side to side. Extend left leg long, tuck your right knee in. Deep breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Slide your right knee across your body. Send your shoulder blades down. Knees to the right side of the room. Slowly come back to center. Switch that out. Extend your right foot forward, take your left knee in. Deep breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Gaze towards the left. Option to extend your left to right leg for a more restorative version. Slowly come back to center. Take your knees in towards your chest. Walk your forehead up towards your knees. Thank yourself for courage.